Okay, it is February 10th, 2026. The sources are on the table, and we are looking at a really specific slice of the creator economy today.
A very specific slice.
The whole premise is this. You have a 50-minute script ready to go, just like this one. So do you drive to a physical studio to record it, or do you just stay home and let an AI generate the video for you?
And you'd think that's a question of convenience, right? But looking at the numbers, it's actually a massive economic conflict.
The conflict.
Yeah, we're comparing two completely different pricing models here. Time in the room versus compute per minute.
And that's the mission for this deep dive. We're going to crunch the rates and find the best value for, a long-form 15-minute production.
Right.
And the data we have from Voxel Micro Video Labs, it suggests that physical reality has become, strangely affordable.
It really has. Voxel operates on that classic time-in-the-room model. The cameras, the lights, the acoustic foam, it's all fixed assets.
So you're not paying for the video file itself?
No, you're paying for the real estate.
Yeah.
For the time you're in there.
Which brings us to their Velocity Starter package. I mean, the pricing on this it's aggressive.
Well, it's practically a loss leader. For a 50-minute session, you're looking at $30.
$30. That gets you a 2-camera setup, professional lighting, for 1 or 2 people.
And even if you scale all the way up to their global leader suite, the huge cinematic panel setup, it still caps out at $140.
That $30 figure is it's startling. It really highlights the efficiency of the live-to-tape workflow.
Yes.
Could you maybe break that down a bit? Why does that matter so much for someone listening?
Sure. Live-to-tape just means the mixing is happening in real time. Since you're capturing reality, there's no rendering.
No waiting for a file to process.
Exactly. You walk out of the studio with finished 4K files, color-graded and mixed. You paid for the hour, not for a computer to, invent the imagery.
Which is the perfect segue to option A on the AI side. Yeah. High-end cinematic AI. We're talking VO3 or OpenAI's Sora.
And this is where the economics just flip completely upside down.
Because the model is different.
Right, this is compute per minute. In 2026, generating photorealistic video isn't recording light. It's a science. It's calculating it. The AI has to literally hallucinate every single pixel, frame by frame.
And that takes a staggering amount of GPU power. The VO3 data suggests that heavy lifting translates to about $30 per minute of footage.
Exactly, and that's not even a perfect number. That accounts for what you could call the prompt tax.
Meaning you never get the shot right on the first try.
Never. You need iterations. So if you do the math on a 50-minute episode,
you're looking at roughly $1,500.
A $1,500 bill versus a $30 studio fee. I mean, it's a 50x markup for the privilege of staying in your pajamas.
And that's the key insight here. For long-form content, high-end AI is right now the most expensive option on the table.
By far. Because it has to generate every single pixel.
But, okay, we have to address the middle ground. What about option B, avatar-based AI? Tools like vidBoard or Synthesia.
Right, this is the budget tier. These platforms don't generate new worlds from scratch. They just manipulate a pre-rendered avatar to match a script.
So the computing load is much lower.
Way lower, and so the price drops. The vidBoard pricing is incredibly low, something like 50 cents per minute.
Okay, so your 50-minute episode costs about $25.
Right, so it's technically cheaper than the physical studio, but, only by the cost of a coffee.
And Synthesia.
A bit more premium, around $2.13 per minute on their creator plans. You're spending about $106.
So financially, these avatar robots are comparable to the physical studio. But what about the output? We're not just solving for cost, we're solving for engagement.
And that is the huge hidden trade-off.
Yeah.
With Voxel, you get real human chemistry, micro-expressions, interruptions, all of it.
You get humanity.
Humanity. With option B, you get synthetic avatars.
Yeah.
And even now, in 2026, they still hit that uncanny valley. It's efficient, but it feels hollow.
Okay, so let's recap the hierarchy here. If you want cinematic quality, high-end AI is a luxury product at $1,500.
Right. If you want budget, avatars are between, say, $25 and $107, but you sacrifice that human connection.
And the winner, surprisingly, is reality.
It's reality. Walking into a room at Voxel costs you between $30 and $40. It gives you the highest fidelity and requires the least amount of post-production.
It's such a fascinating reversal. We spent a decade just assuming technology would always drive costs down.
And yet here we are. It turns out that being a real human in a real room is the ultimate value play.
It makes you wonder about the future of value perception itself.
How so?
Well, we talk about the personalization premium in marketing all the time, but this feels like something deeper.
Go on.
Well, if AI is built for infinite scale And studios are built for these specific, unrepeatable moments. Are we moving toward a world where human presence isn't just a format choice?
But the ultimate luxury good.
A scarcity of soul, that's definitely something to think about before you book your next session. Thanks for exploring this with us.